Drum Meme Review. Welcome back, guys. I'm Jake, and today we're going to be talking about drum memes. Well, not only drum memes. We're also going to be doing some guitar memes as well. We're going to start with drum memes because that sounds a little bit more like it rolls off the tongue, and that way we can rip off Brandon Herrera just a little bit more. All right, so let's get into it with some memes, guys. And if you would like to support the channel, I'm going to leave a link to my Patreon down below. Guys, that would help me buy coffee. That way I have the energy to make awesome videos for you guys. And don't forget to like, subscribe, do all the YouTube buttons. All right, back to the video. So this first one I got off of Reddit, and it goes as such. 4/4 with the backbeats on 2 and 4 sounds awesome.
No, common time is so boring. Odd time signatures, tempo changes, and polyrhythms are actually interesting.
4/4 time with backbeats on 2 and 4 sound awesome. Guys, I completely agree with everything about this. I feel like I went through a phase where I was very into Matt Grainer from August Burns Red and just wanted to play in just the weirdest time signatures, and then eventually made my way back to hardcore, and now we play 4/4 two-step beats. So that's what it is, guys. All right, next one. Yeah, well, I'm going to start my own company in Canada with blackjack and hookers. Classic Bender, classic Zildjian. The Zildjian company ended up selling to a major corporation a while back, but I will say, guys, I have always been a Sabian guy at heart. It kind of feels like the difference between coffee and tea drinkers. AK guys versus AR guys. Zildjian versus Sabian. If you are a Zildjian guy, I feel like you are generally a little bit more nose in the air, a little snootier about it. But if you're a Sabian, bro, you're just down to do dope stuff with the boys. And we don't even talk about the Meinl people. Ugh. I'm just kidding. Bisons are actually my favorite cymbals of all time, but they're so expensive. That's why I stay with Sabian. Let's go. Next one. Drummers be like, can I get a little more kick in my monitor? Guys, let me tell you, I feel like every show that I've gone to for the last year is just blown out with low end. And I think it has a lot to do with modern metal bands wanting to play in drop G tuning, just absolutely low down. Like every guitar is a bass guitar and every bass is just brown note. Poop your pants. It is disappointing when you go to a show and the mix is bad because it kind of ruins the whole show for you. So that being said, guys, drummers, you don't need more bass in your monitors. Just run IEMs and turn it up as loud as your heart desires until you get the never-ending ring. That follows all of us drummers everywhere we go, and there's no escaping it until the day you die. All right. Sith me, do it. Who cares if they're talking? Hit the effing drum. It's why we're here. Jedi me. I shouldn't. It's not the Jedi way. There is something deep in the soul of every drummer that hears silence and just wants to fill it with nonsense. Just absolute, it's difficult for a drummer to hear space and not fill that gap. Moving on. I make drum covers online to boost my popularity. I buy high-end drum and cymbals. I record with an iPhone 5. Guys, let me tell you what. This is a guitar channel, and there's really one reason I don't also do drum content as well, or in the cover songs that I do make, add my own drums as well. I play drums, I play guitar, I play bass, and I do a little bit of vocals, but I don't have a very good voice. The reason that I'm not doing drum content on this channel is because it is so expensive to record drums. I need to have a minimum of 5 microphones, an in-ear monitor rig, and run a DAW, and run triggers. It's just a nightmare well of draining your bank account that is recording drums. I wish I could afford to play drums, but I can't. Unless you go to the Patreon and subscribe, guys. You can do it for free. Just be a part of the community. I would really appreciate that a lot. All right, let's go ahead and move on from drum memes and get into more guitar memes. So this is a meme that I actually made and posted to the Reddit guitar memes. And I think that it's pretty funny. Let me know down below. Corporate needs you to find the difference between these two pictures. They're the same picture. So guys, I think that the Kiesel headstock does look like an anteater. Although, what I should have said is it looks like the guy from Smiling Friends. Well, Charlie from Smiling Friends. So I don't hate it. It is kind of a cool meme. Stupid. It is kind of a cool headstock, and I would like to get a Kiesel guitar someday. Alright, moving on. String players. Left hand. Clean cut. Right hand. Oh, good lord. That's something that I've always wondered. Classical players with the long fingernails on your right hand. How do you live your life? Genuinely. I don't understand how you go through life wiping your ass, or if you're doing stuff with like a lady or a guy, whatever your thing is, right? If you're touching sensitive areas, what do you do with your hand? They're very fragile. I feel like you can't go through life, can't turn a wrench if you've got classical fingernails. It is gross. Classical players, figure it out. Me, I'm not paying $30 for this shirt. Also me. Yes, the guitar player collection. There is no amount of debt, there is no amount of money, there is no amount of financial burden that we won't put on ourselves in order to just have cooler looking guitars. Your wardrobe from the Goodwill, but your guitar collection is from the vintage room at Guitar Center, the room that they keep locked and don't let everybody in. Guys, I think this is just a case of misplaced values. Guitar players, you're not going to change. It's never going to change. There's no reason. We should just sink all of you into the Atlantic. Next meme. Do you remember your first guitar? Oh boy, do I. For all you new guitar players out there, you should just learn how to use an Allen key. It's not that difficult to like do basic guitar adjustments on your own. It's kind of annoying, but it's not difficult. I see people go their entire lives just not setting anything up, and then they wonder why they never want to play their guitar. It's because your guitar is fighting you. Guys, fix the easy mistakes. It's so simple. I don't understand why you keep doing this to yourself. Dyspraxia, autism, ADHD, depression, enjoying guitar. Oh, guys. If there was a circle graph of ADHD, autistic people, and guitar players, it would just be one circle. There's no delineation between all of those things. Kind of like how not all birds are ducks, but all ducks are birds. All guitar players have one of those four things. All right, moving on. Tom Morello at your wedding concert be like, whoa, that is quite an insane Hitachi. If anyone's ever seen one of the like wall of sound noise shows before, or one of these like just ambient noise artists, I don't really get it. It has never been my thing. I find it to be annoying and bothersome, and yet they always get a crowd, and I don't understand it. I've even guest filled in a couple of noise bands as their drummer for the night, just because their drummer didn't show up or something. And our entire set was a grand total of 7.5 minutes. All I did was, he just said, just do blast beats or whatever you want. We don't care. And they were like a relatively big band in the local scene of San Bernardino. So like, I don't understand what the joy is in a noise band. Like, what do you people get out of this? I feel like it's barely art. It's not art. It's just annoying. My wife listening to me practice. I'm playing the same riff for 4 hours. Good Lord, is this one true? My poor darling, my poor wife has to be listening to me practice how to play like Kill Switch Engage songs right now. And at first she's like, oh my God, I love this song. This is such a good song. And now we're 3 days into the learning cycle, and she's like, I never want to hear my curse ever again. That being said, guys, it's not just for 4 hours. It's going to be for like 40 years, right? I've been playing the same exact things for like a long time. So, if you're the wife or the girlfriend, let's be real, it's only dudes here. If you're the wife or the girlfriend of a guitar player, just bear with them. He's never going to change. You're going to listen to those songs for the rest of your life. So either find a singer to date or get used to it, because this is the road that you signed up for. Moving on. Guitar players. Music theory. Oh my goodness. Hoo-hoo, the booties are tickled. I was in a band with a guitar player who I couldn't even begin to tell you how little he understood music. He wrote some catchy riffs, I'll give it that. This was in like, not my first band, but one of my earlier bands that had like moderate local success. And let me tell you guys, I don't think he understood anything about music theory whatsoever. We would ask him what key the songs are in, and he's like, C, because he's in drop C tuning. The key, it wasn't in the key of C. He actually at one point had told me that he invented his own key, which I didn't feel like arguing about it. Guitar players, you guys have a lot of pride. And if the drummer tells you that you're wrong about music theory, you're not going to react very well to that. And I feel like it's like this with a lot of guitar players where we refuse to just learn basics because we just want to play the cool stuff, not realizing that the guys who wrote the cool stuff wrote that because they know the basics. It's like trying to learn to fly a 747 while you still use a kite. Tell me in the comments how you don't need music theory because it kills your creativity and makes it so that way you don't write original stuff anymore. Average pedal board fan. Costs $39,968 and counting. Doesn't ever play, only borrows... Doesn't ever play, only browses eBay and Reverb. Takes 45 minutes to pack up and move his whole setup. Says things like, you can really hear the warmth in this vintage boost. Rig sounds like ass because he has 14 different pedals with EQs and can't figure out which one is set wrong. Paid $200 for a Peterson tuner. Would sound pretty good if set up properly. Average amp modeling amp enjoyer. Cost $350. Plays with friends, practices almost daily. Takes 1 minute to pack up and move his whole setup. Says things like, hey, do you guys want to play? Rig sounds good because there's basically no way to fuck it up. Paid $2 for a Pano tuner. 99% of guitar players can't tell the difference between his Katana 100 and his 40K pedal board setup with their eyes closed. Oh my god, I got into such a huge argument. I got into a blowout. I lost a friend because of this. Let's get into it. One of my alleged best friends got into an argument with me because he spent a grand total of $9,000 on his rig. Meanwhile, I went ahead and bought the Archetype Misha Mansour from Neural DSP, and we had not a shootout, but we were both working on separate projects at the same time. My buddy, with his $10,000 rig, recorded through his Tascam little handheld and was wondering why he couldn't get good tones on recording. Meanwhile, I was just pumping out song after song after song with great tones, sounded, nice and punchy. I told him, I said, dude, just get a VST, just get an amp modeler for your DAW, and recording will be so much easier. Your life will be easier. And he's like, no, I wanted to create my own tone because I don't want to sound like everybody else out there. Like, I want to have my own tone. Like, I created my own. And I'm like, dog, you sound like every other gent, metalcore, whatever you want to call it, prog, whatever guy out there. You're not generating your own tone. You're using the same pedals as everybody else, but you're just spending $10,000 to do it. Just take my advice and you'll be better off. And let's put it this way, guys. He didn't take my advice, and he's not better off. And I think I hurt his pride because now he doesn't talk to me anymore. Will being right get you more friends? No, but it will get rid of the stupid ones. That has been our guitar meme review, our drum meme review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Can't wait to see you guys in the next one. Peace.